Alright, what's up guys? My name is Jake Alexander, and in this video I'm going to be showing you step by step exactly how you can create a brand new Shopify store from scratch, even if you are a complete beginner. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive right into this tutorial. Now, a quick disclaimer, this might be a pretty long video, so you may want to grab some coffee or some sort of caffeinated beverage or something like that. Now, first off, I would recommend that you go ahead and open up Shopify next to this video and build your store along with me as I build it throughout this tutorial, because that's going to be the easiest way for you to go ahead and build your store as fast as possible and learn the ins and outs of how to use the Shopify platform if you go ahead and build your store side by side with this video. So to do that, you can click the link in the description. The first link in the description will be a link for a 14-day Shopify free trial. And then you'll get to this page right here, and then you can get started with following along. So like I said, go ahead and click the link in the description, and let's go ahead and dive into this tutorial. So after you've brought up Shopify here, we just need to sign up with an email address, and you can use any email that you want. You can use a personal one here, and then we just need to put in a password, and then we need to put in our store name. Now, our store name doesn't really matter because we can go back and change this later, because what it's going to do is it's going to give us a myshopify.com domain with whatever we put as our store name here. However, you're going to want to go and actually buy a real domain name and not use the My Shopify domain anyway. So it really doesn't matter what you put here. So we'll just see if this is available. And then we create our store. So at this point, we just have to sit here and wait for this to finish up, and it's going ahead and setting up everything in the back end for us. And then we just have to fill in some information here. So it really doesn't matter what you put here, so you can really just pick whatever you want. And then hit next. And then we just need to fill in our personal information here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, and I'm going to be right back. So I've filled this out, obviously, with some fake information here. And we're going to go ahead and, got to put in a random zip code as well. And we'll go ahead and enter our store. So now at this point, we're going to be brought inside of the back end of Shopify. So now you can see this is where we're going to be spending the majority of our time in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and pretty much walk you through everything on the back end here. So the first thing that we want to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and just click on online store right here. And the first thing we're going to do is select a theme. So in order to pick a theme, you can come down here and click visit theme store. And then once this loads up, you can see there's a lot of different themes here. There's free ones, and then there's going to be paid ones as well. You can kind of just browse through here and decide which one fits the branding and the look of the store you're trying to go ahead and create. There's a good amount of themes here. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just use the default theme because that will be the quickest. But when you're setting up your store, you can just pause the video or whatever you need to do, select whatever theme you want, or you can just follow along with me with the debut theme as well. So if you did want to use a different theme, you can just click on one of these. You can demo it, or you can just add it to your store here, and then you would activate it in here. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is click customize. So once we've selected our theme, we're going to click customize, and then we're going to come in here and start customizing our theme. So right now you can see that the site here is a complete skeleton. So the cool thing is when you have a theme with Shopify is that you start out with a skeleton already in place. You're essentially just filling it in with the necessary information and stuff like that. So we're going to just go ahead and start off right here at the header section. And the first thing we're going to do is put in a logo. So I've went ahead and created a sample logo that I'm going to use for this store. So we just select image, upload an image, and upload this one, and then hit select. And then we can go ahead and customize the logo size. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. That looks a little bit better. And then if we come down here, we can turn on an announcement bar. So if I click this, it'll say show announcement. So we can let our customers know pretty much whatever we want. So we can go ahead and put something in here like free shipping, or give them a coupon code, or just let them know that there's a holiday sale. We can pretty much just put whatever we want up here. So in this case, I'll just put something like free shipping on all orders, store-wide. And what we want to go ahead and do is we want to match up the color scheme throughout our store. So we can see that the sample logo I have here is a different color than the default color that this theme comes with. So what we can do is we can go here and we can change the color. Now, in order to match the color exactly, we're going to have to get what's called the hex code here. So what I've done is I went over to html/color/codes.info and went ahead and just uploaded the logo, and then I'll take the hex code here. And then we can come over here and put that in there. And now you can see our colors match and everything looks a lot better. And also, really quickly, if you guys are wondering, I went ahead and created this logo for free here at hatchful.shopify.com, so you can create logos pretty easily using that. So that's how I created this demo one. So as you can see, we've pretty much filled out everything in the header section, and our store is already looking a little bit better. So real quickly, I wanted to mention what you can do here is you can also add in a link. So you can make this bar clickable, so it can either be a message or you can add in a link. So if we wanted to link to all of our products, we could take the link from the catalog and then paste it in. And then now whenever somebody clicks on this, they'll be taken to our catalog. So I would recommend that you save frequently whenever you're editing this stuff, so that way if you get kicked out or something, you don't lose all of the changes that you've been making. So now we're going to go ahead and click back, and we're going to start filling out this information right here. So the first section here is an image with text overlay. Now, as you can see, you can hit add section and you can come in here and actually delete these different sections. But what we're going to go ahead and do is stick with the base design that the theme has, because that's normally the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. We're going to go ahead and select an image right here. So I'm going to click select, and then I'm going to upload another one. And I'm going to upload this photo right here. And I chose this photo because it's kind of a techie photo, so it kind of fits with the theme of the store right here, since it's a tech store. And it just so happens that the coffee cup in the background actually has the same colors as this, so it kind of matches. But anyway, if you're wondering where you can get free stock photos like this, you can just go to pixabay.com here. And you can see I literally just typed in tech, so I just typed what my store is about, and I went ahead and downloaded the photo. So now we've got a nice little header image right here, so I'm going to just hit select, and now we need to edit this text. So I can go ahead and change this header text by editing right here where it says heading. So we can just put something like welcome to our store name. And then we can add a little description about what our store is about, or some sort of call to action. So I'll just go ahead and put in something like something like that. And then we can go ahead and come down to here. And another thing we can do with this header here is we can go in and put a button. So I'll just put in a shop now button, and then we just need it to link to something. So we can have the shop now button link to our collection pages like before, and you'll see that the shop now button went ahead and shows up here. So now I'm going to save it again. And as you can see, as easy as that, we went ahead and created our header right here. Now the shop now button does need to change its color. So really quickly, before we finish the rest of the homepage, what we're going to do is we're going to edit some of our theme settings so that way we can make our buttons match up with the rest of our color scheme. So we're going to head over to up top left, and click theme settings, and then we're going to open up colors. And then we can see right here it says primary buttons. So we're going to go ahead and see that our color right here is already in recently selected, so I don't have to grab the hex code again. And you can see that that changes the button color to match up with our logo right there. And you can see we can go in here and edit a lot of different things here, like our text, a personal preference. I normally just like my text black. I don't like gray text, I like it black. So I'll change both of these to black, so all my headings are now black and our body text is now black. And you can see primary labels is what this is right here. And at this point we are good to go in editing the colors, so we'll just hit save again. And then we'll go back. And while we are here in the theme settings section, you can come into typography if you want to change the type of font that your entire store is using. Normally, I don't really mess with this. I just keep it as the default font. However, if you want to go in here and look at different fonts, you can. I would recommend sticking with relatively basic fonts, not using anything that's really hard to read unless that's really going to be part of your branding. So you can come in and edit the fonts if you like. And then the next thing we can do is add in our social media. So we could go ahead and put in different social media accounts here. So if you have a Twitter account, you would paste it in here. If you have a Facebook, you would paste it in here, and then add all of your social media in there. And then our favicon is next. So this is what shows up here. So you can see the Shopify favicon by default is going to be our favicon. It's just a little bag. So what you would want to do is go ahead and upload your favicon image if you have one. And you can see that when you use Hatchful to go ahead and create a logo, they give you all these different things right here that you can use. So I'll just go ahead and upload the favicon. And then we hit select. And then we hit save. So now we're going to get back to actually editing this home page a little bit more. So I'm going to go back to sections, and now we're back on the home page. So right here, featured collection, this is going to be edited after we actually create a product collection, which is going to be something we're going to cover later in the video. So this is going to kind of fill itself in later on, so we'll get back to that. Now right here, you can see we have an image with text section right here, so we could just insert an image by hitting select image and then typing something about it. So we could go ahead and, maybe put one of our products in here or something like that. But for the sake of this video, just to keep it short, I'm going to go ahead and just remove this section, and we're just going to fill out this next slideshow here. So you can see that this is going to be similar to what we did with the header. So we would come down and just open it up, and then we can edit our image slides here. So I'll select an image, upload, and we'll put in another image here that I got from Pixabay as well. And we'll select that image. And you can see that we can go ahead and do the same thing here, where we can go ahead and type in whatever we want, just like we did up top. So you could do something like, so anything that fits with your store's brand, you can promote a sale or anything like that. And then we could type in a subheading as well, and then we can put in another button here if we wanted. By going to collections, and now you can see we have another shop now button right here as well. And then if we wanted another slide, we can go ahead and open this one up and put in that information as well. However, to keep this video from going on for too long, I'm just going to remove that second one, because you already get the point on how to go ahead and create a slide. So what we can do up here, though, I wanted to mention is how we can edit our slide height. So we can make it either adapt to our first image size. However, this is a little bit too large, I feel. So we could make it medium. So I made it a little smaller, or we can narrow it down to small. And I think that looks a little bit better right there. And then we can also edit our text size. So let's say we can make our text size large. But I think it looks better there at medium. So at this point, we've already filled out the majority of our homepage, and we already have a legitimate looking store, especially once the collection fills out itself later on in the video. So now we're going to go ahead and go back. And at this point, we can go ahead and edit our footer. So we can click show payment icons, which will show all of the payments that we accept here if we use Shopify payments and PayPal, which I'll show you how to set up as soon as we finish the homepage. So I usually keep these on, so you can show payment icons to keep that on. And then, like I said, I like to make my text black in most cases. And then down here, we have our different footer sections that we can edit right here. So we have our newsletter, so this allows people to sign up for our email list, and then we can rename newsletter whatever we want. So we could say, join our mailing list, and then right here, we can edit all these different sections as well. So we could do something like this. And then you can see these two sections right here go ahead and show menus, and they both show the same menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove one of them. And you can see that it shows our footer menu, which I'm going to show you how to create menus a little bit later on. So we'll actually be coming back, and that'll be a little bit edited there. So at this point, our home page is already looking pretty good, and like I said, the product feature collection part will fill itself out in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and hit save now, and now we're going to jump back into the Shopify user interface, the main dashboard, by clicking back and then clicking the Shopify bag up here, and we're going to start getting into some of the main settings and everything like that. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is come down to where it says settings, and then we're going to click on general. So this is where we can edit our store name. So obviously we don't want the hyphens right here, so we can make our store name what we actually want it to be. So that's why I said it didn't really matter earlier what you put in, because you can always come in here and change it. Now right here, the account email, this is going to be your personal email. This is the email that you'll get notifications from when you generate sales or when anything important happens with your store. This is how Shopify contact you. But this is your customer email here. So this is how your customer is going to contact you if they need any help, and this is the email that they'll be receiving certain support emails from. So what you would want to go ahead and do is change this to a support email. So support email created, you would put in the customer support email right here. So just remember, this is the email, your private email that customers don't see, and this is the public one that they do see that you'll be talking to customers through. And then this is your address information that you already filled out. And then down here, we can go ahead and put a prefix to our store. Now, you don't have to do this, but I personally like to, because it helps for bookkeeping in case you open up multiple stores. So all it will do is you can see that our orders start at 1001, 1002. So if you want to put a prefix, I just put the first letter of the name of the store, so TCO, and then it'd be TCO 1001, 1002. So this just helps with bookkeeping. So it's something I recommend doing, because you never know, you might end up opening more stores in the future. So we're going to hit save, and that's it for the general settings. Now we're going to go ahead and go back, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into payment providers right here. Now by default, PayPal Express Checkout is already going to be activated. So what we need to do next is go ahead and activate Shopify payments powered by Stripe. So we just need to hit complete account setup here. And this is pretty easy. So most likely you're going to be an individual or sole proprietorship unless you've already opened an LLC or something like that. So we just fill out our information here, fill out your personal details, social security, description of products or services. So you could just say whatever types of products you're selling, just retailer of that. So in this case, it would be like retailer of electronics. And then you go ahead and fill out this right here. You should make this your store name because this is what's going to show up on customers' billing statements, and then you put in your banking information. Now obviously I'm not going to go ahead and fill this out in front of you guys, and since this is just the demo store for the video, I'm not going to fill it out at all. So go ahead and fill out this information, hit complete, and then let's pick up at the next step. So next we're going to go ahead and jump back to settings. These are the only two payment methods we need at the moment. There are other ones that you can use, however we don't need to set those up right now. Those are the two main ones. So the next thing that we want to do is go ahead and go into checkout. So by default it's going to say customer accounts are disabled. I like to switch this to optional. And then customers can check out using their phone or their email. You always want to give as much flexibility as possible, so that's good. Form options, I do like to require first and last name for customers. And then we can go ahead and click customers can choose to add a phone number or email to receive shipping updates. Now this is going to depend on what type of stuff you're selling. If you're drop shipping, you might not be able to do this. You might have to use applications for that. And then we can just keep the rest of this the same, keep autofill on. And we can keep all of this right here. And this is where we put in any checkout conversion code like Google conversion code and stuff like that. And for email marketing, I do like to click pre-select the sign up option, and then we hit save. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to settings again, and we're going to go into shipping next. So your shipping is going to depend on what you're selling. You know, if you're selling your own products that you make yourself, then obviously you need to put in the shipping that you offer. But if you're drop shipping, then you're probably going to just be creating your own rates, but obviously you're not going to be shipping the products out yourself. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you how the actual interface works for this. So as you can see, we can edit our United States shipping, or we can edit our international shipping. So we're going to go ahead and edit United States. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and create a rate right here. So you can see there's calculated rates, which is good if you're shipping out the products yourself. Now, if you're not, or if you're doing drop shipping, you're probably going to be creating price-based rates. So that's the one I'm going to go ahead and demo. So you can see we can click add rate, and then we can name it whatever we want. So in this case, if we wanted to make it free shipping, we could just name it free shipping, since we did put this in our bar earlier. And then we can just put free shipping rate. Or alternatively, we could just name it like standard shipping, and then minimum order price. If we did something like $50, and then maximum no limit. So this would mean now we have free shipping on orders over $50. Or if we wanted to do that, but we wanted people to pay for under $50, we could go minimum order price $0, maximum order price $50, and then shipping for that could be $5. So that would mean all orders $50 and under have $5 shipping to the United States. But in this case, we're going to just continue with the free shipping rate. Click done. So creating shipping rates is pretty self-explanatory. So if you're doing something like drop shipping, you'll want to go ahead and remove the calculated rates right there. So like I said, your shipping is going to depend on the type of fulfillment you're doing, whether you're fulfilling it yourself or whether you're doing some form of drop shipping. So as far as shipping goes, that's really all you need to do is you need to go ahead and fill out your create your shipping right there. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and jump into now in the settings section is we're going to just look at the account section real quick so I can show you. This is where you'd add staff accounts if you need to add a virtual assistant, or you have any employees that you need to come in here and edit anything. You can go ahead and add their account right there by putting in their name, their email, and then you can edit what they have access to. But right now we're not going to do that. And that's all we need to see at this point. So now the last thing we're going to check on the settings page is we're going to go ahead and go to legal. Now the legal pages section is pretty cool because with Shopify, it allows us to create a refund policy, a privacy policy, and the terms of service all just by kind of clicking that button right there. Now, depending on what type of refund policy you actually want to offer, you may have to go in and edit this yourself. However, the privacy policy and the terms of service, you can pretty much just copy and paste this and use these exact ones. The refund policy you may want to customize yourself. Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and create pages for all three of these things right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another tab so we can have them all open at once. So I'm going to go to online store and I'm going to right click and open in a new tab. And then I'm going to come down here to pages. So now we're at pages and I'm going to click add page. And the first one, we'll name it the refund policy. And then we come back here and I'm just going to copy this entire section. So I'm going to Control C, come over here and paste it in. And you can see we have this set up. And then I'm just going to save. And creating a page is that easy. So what I'm going to do next is create another page. And we're going to go ahead and create our next two pages really quick. So we're going to click privacy policy. And we're going to come over here and copy this entire privacy policy. Now these pages are really important to have because all professional e-commerce stores have privacy policies, terms of service, refunds, and things like that. So now we're going to save that page and then we're going to create one more. And then this is going to be the terms of service page. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, name it terms of service. And we're going to go ahead and paste that in and hit save. Now really quick, if we want to take a look at these pages, we can just hit view page right here. It'll open it up and you can see we have a terms of service page all set up and ready to go. So now while we're here on pages, we're going to go ahead and create a few more. So we don't need this tab anymore. So I'm just going to save this over here and then close out the window. So now we're going to go ahead and actually create a few more pages that every single Shopify store is going to need. So we're going to create two more. So the first one is going to be a contact page. So contact us, and this type of page is super easy because you just need to title it. Then you come over here to template and then just hit page.contact and that's it. Hit save. And then if we hit view page right here, you can see that a contact form has already auto-filled in here just by setting that as our page template, which is pretty cool because now whenever a customer comes in and sends a message right here, it will be sent to our customer email that we went ahead and filled out earlier. So now we're going to create one more page, and this one's going to be about us. So this page is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of stores, pretty much all sites in general, have an about us page. So you're essentially just going to tell your brand story here. So you'll let them know, who are you, why did you start the company, etc. So you'll just go ahead and create a brand story behind your store. Now obviously you can kind of get creative here and kind of make something up that sounds kind of cool if you want. If you don't actually have a cool story behind it, you can just kind of be creative with this. So we'll go ahead and save this page right here. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is add our pages inside of a menu. So we're going to come down here below pages and click on navigation. And you can see here we already have 2 menus created by default, and we're going to go ahead and stick with these 2. So the first one here, we're going to edit our main menu. So we're going to open this up, and you can see down here we can click add menu item. So I'm going to click right here, and then we can go to pages, and now we can browse the pages we created. So normally I like to put the contact us link in the main menu, so we can hit add, and then we can click another one, click link, and then pages, and then we can go ahead and click about us and put that in the main menu as well. And then we can save, and then we're going to go back to navigation, and we're going to edit our footer menu next. So we're going to open that up, add our menu item, click link, go to pages. Now we're going to add in our privacy policy page, and we're going to do the same for our refund policy, and we're going to do the same for our terms of service. And then we're going to click save. Now really quickly, I'm just going to show you what this looks like now. So if we click this eyeball icon here next to online store, we'll actually preview our online store. So you can see now, here's our main menu up here. We've went ahead and added in contact us and about us to our main menu, so it looks a lot better. And if we come down to the bottom here, get rid of this, you can see that our links right here, terms of service, refunds, and privacy policy, have all been added into the footer. So now the footer looks completely legit as well. So you can see our store is coming along pretty well, pretty quickly. So now we're going to head back into Shopify. Now really quickly, I just want to go ahead and show you how it's possible to make a drop-down menu if you want. So it's really easy. So let's say well, you'd probably be making it on the main menu. So if you wanted to make a drop-down menu, and let's say you wanted the catalog and you had a bunch of like collections pages, so let's say you had something that was like toys. If you wanted to make it drop down, all you have to do is drag it over like that, and that's it. Then it's a drop down menu. So that's how easy it is to create a drop down menu. So that's pretty easy. But I'm going to discard that. And now we're going to go ahead and go to preferences down here. Now this is where we can edit our title and meta description. So really quickly, I'll show you what this is. So right here, this first page where it says Amazon.com, this is our title, and then this right here is our meta description. So what we want to do for our title is just go ahead and make it our website, and then kind of like our slogan or something after that. And in our meta description, we want to go ahead and include, just essentially type what our store is about, what we sell, and maybe include some keywords in there that have to do with the types of products we're selling as well. So you can type in a meta description right here. You can see you can go ahead and go up to 320 characters if you want. And then right here, this is where we can put in our Google Analytics code. So this is definitely something you'd want to do once you set up a Google Analytics account. And then right here, this is where we can put in our Facebook pixel ID. So if you're going to be running Facebook ads, then you want to go ahead and put your Facebook pixel right here before you go ahead and start doing that. And we're not going to be covering Google Analytics and Google ads and Facebook ads in this video, because this video is probably already going to be an hour long. However, if you want to see content on that, go ahead and leave that in the comments section down below, and I can link you to some training I've already made on Facebook and Google advertising. And the next part right here is where we can disable our passwords so people can actually visit our store, and we'll be coming back to this a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and click save again. And now really quickly, I'm going to show you how you can create a blog post. As you can see, we've went ahead and moved through pretty much all of these sections here. So the next thing we can do is go to blog post. And we can create one. So we could just put the title of our blog. And we can hit save, and then it's just like creating any other pages, except it's a blog, so you can see it's by your name or whoever was the author of the blog post. So you can see creating this is just as easy as creating pages. So now we're going to go ahead and add some products to our store. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the products tab. And we're going to go ahead and add our first product. Now, just a heads up, if you are drop shipping and you are using AliExpress, you're probably going to be adding products in using the Oberlo application. However, I just wanted to show how you can go ahead and add products in using the default Shopify interface, because it's pretty much all the same anyway. So the first one we're going to add in is, I already have a couple sample photos, so I'll just go ahead and type in our product title. So in this case, black iPhone case. And then right here, we can type in our product description. So we want to describe our product, answer any frequently asked questions about our product in here, do the features and everything like that. So like describe product. Then put in your features and benefits. And then like frequently asked questions about the product as well. And then here we can go ahead and add a product image. So we just hit upload. And I'm going to upload this image right here. So now we can see we can go ahead and select a product type. So we can create one. So in this case, it would be iPhone case. So I'm going to add that. And then down here, we can add this product to a collection. However, we'll be getting to that in a little bit. So the next thing we can look at is tags. So when it comes to tags, you just want to kind of tag your product with essentially just what it is. So the tags are going to help your product show up when people use the search function on your store. So if someone searches for a certain keyword and you have that as one of the product tags, then it's going to be more likely to show up for the search. So in this case, a tag could be iPhone case, black. So just put in a couple different details about the product. And then vendor here, you can just kind of put it as your store or just leave it blank. That's not really that significant. All right, so after our tags, we want to go ahead and edit our pricing here. So we can just put in our price. And then the compare at price, what this does is this allows us to create a sale. So if you don't want your product to be on sale, you can just leave this blank. But if you do want it to be on sale, then you could go ahead and put a higher price over here. So this could be the original price, and then this could be the sale price. So this is the price that people are going to purchase your product for. And then we can come down here and go to inventory. And what we can do is we can go ahead and put in how many of this product we have. So let's just say 7. Now, if you are drop shipping and you're using Oberlo, then you can go ahead and you're probably not even going to have to mess with any of this at all, because it's going to go ahead and automatically import that. So the next thing we can do is we can edit our SKU if we want. So we could just put like iPhone case black. Or we can just leave it blank. It really isn't too important. And like I said, if you're drop shipping, then this is going to already be filled out. And we can come down here, shipping, this is a physical product. Yes, we can edit weight if we want, but if we don't have any weight-based shipping rates, then this doesn't matter. But if you do have weight-based rates, then this does matter. So we could put in like 1 pound. And then fulfillment service here, just leave it at Shopify. And the next thing we can do is add in different variations. So if our product has different colors or different sizes, we can go ahead and change that here. So we can see the option name here. So in this case, it could be phone type, and then it could be 6, 6S, 7, 7 Plus. We can just put in all the different iPhone options we would offer, and all you have to do is go ahead and type in your option and then hit a comma, and it will go ahead and create that option as well. So we've created a couple options here, and then you can actually go in and individually edit the price of different options. So if you want to charge more for a different variant, you can, and then you can go ahead and put in the amount of inventory you have for each variant as well. And then the last thing here is editing our website SEO. So this is the same thing as what we did earlier, where it edits what shows up right here, except instead of for the home page of our store, we go ahead and edit it for the product page here. Now, editing this is pretty important because it helps us show up in Google. So all you would want to do is make sure your product name is in the title, and you could put in stuff like this. Just some type of title that's going to make people want to click, but that also has your product name in it. And then just like before, go ahead and type in the meta description, a little bit about our product, and adding keywords as well. So at this point, we go ahead and click save. And just like that, we've added a product to our store that can be purchased right now. So you can see it's that easy to add a product to our store. And if you're wondering where I pulled this product from, it's over here at a site called AliExpress. I just pulled this product over from there. So if you're drop shipping, this is a product that you could potentially drop ship. So coming back over here, I'm gonna go ahead and add one more product super quickly, and then we're going to get into creating a collection. So now I'm gonna go back to products. I'm gonna add one more. And I'm gonna do this one really quick because you've already seen this. Fill out the same information, upload the image, and you can see once you get the hang of it, you can go ahead and breeze through this in literally just a couple of minutes. All right, so I've went ahead and added another product here. So you can see now there's two products out on our store. So what we're gonna go ahead and do next is go into creating collections. So what collections are is they're pretty much exactly what the name is. They're literally just a collection of related products. So in this case, I already have two related products, so I could create a collection with both of them in it. So by default here, you can see that there's a collection right here that is the home page collection. So this is the collection of products that is on our home page that is completely empty right now. So what I can do is I can go ahead and open it up, and we can go ahead and add some products into this collection by hitting browse, and then you can see we can browse our products and we can add some of them in. So at this point, I've added two products to the home page collection. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is create a brand new one to show you how to do that as well. So we can come up here and hit create collection, and then we can go ahead and name it whatever we want. So in this case, iPhone cases. We can describe it if we want down here, but you don't have to. And then collection type, what we can do is we can either manually add products like we did before that I just showed you how you can manually just add products in, or you can or you can make it automated. So what you can do is you can make your product tag equal to iPhone case. So now every product that has a tag of iPhone case is going to go ahead and auto-populate inside of this collection. So this is the easiest way to do it. And then we hit save. And you can see now that we go down, we can see both of these products here in the collection right there. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. And now that we have a collection on the home page, I'm going to hit the eyeball again and just show you what that looks like. So now we can see we have a featured collection here on the home page with our products right here. Now ideally we would want a third product in here just to fill this out completely. But like I said, I don't want this video to go on for too long. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is discounts. So I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and create discount codes. So if we come in here and we create discount, so we can name our code whatever we want. So it could just be like 10 off. And at this point we can create our discount by percentage, and we can make it 10% off, or if we wanted, we can make it a fixed amount, and it can be $10 off each order, or we could do free shipping. So they type in this code at checkout and they get free shipping, or we can do a buy X get Y type thing. So if they buy one product, they get another one for free. There's a lot of cool things we can set up. So in this case, I'm just going to create 10 off, and it's going to be percentage 10% off, applies to the entire order. Or you can make coupon codes only work on specific products or specific collections. And you can also make it require a minimum purchase amount. So you could be like 40% off your order when you spend more than $100 or something like that. And then you can limit it to where the customer can only use it once, or you can make it unlimited. And then you select when it starts, and then you just hit save discount. And then once you do that, it's already activated. And at this point, as soon as somebody goes to go ahead and check out from your store, they could go ahead and use this code to get 10% off their entire order. So that's pretty cool. This is definitely something you want to leverage, and it's really easy to set up. So the next thing we're going to look at here as we round out the user interface, we're going to look at orders. So once you get orders, they're going to show up right here. As you can see, you're not going to see orders in here right now because we haven't selected our plan yet, which we are going to get to in a couple minutes. But this is where you will see your orders. And the next thing we're going to look at is analytics over here. So what this does is this just goes ahead and shows us a lot of detailed information about our store. So it'll show us how many sales we've gotten, how many visitors we've gotten, return customer rate, average order value, our conversion rate. This is a lot of important data that's very useful when it comes to creating a store. And we can go ahead and check by whatever dates we want. So we can, see what we did on a specific day 2 years ago if we really wanted to. So it's really cool that it keeps track of all of that for us as well. And the next thing we're going to get into is the application section right here by clicking apps. So apps are essentially third-party applications that other developers create that will enhance your Shopify store and allow you to gain certain functionality that doesn't come with the base Shopify store, and kind of helps your store out a lot. So if we click Visit Shopify App Store, we can see that we can go ahead and browse a lot of different applications here. Now, I'm not going to go through actually installing a bunch of applications in this video because that would make the video too long. However, I will recommend a couple apps to you. So if you're going to be doing dropshipping and selling AliExpress items, I would recommend using the Oberlo app, because this app will allow you to directly import products straight from AliExpress just by clicking this button right here, which you can see I already have the Oberlo application installed. And then it allows you to fulfill your orders really fast as well. Now, whether you're dropshipping or not, these next few apps will be very helpful for everyone. So the next one is going to be Crush.Pix. So this application here just makes it to where it shrinks all of your image sizes, and it will increase your loading speed. So that's really important when you're selling online. You want your page to load as fast as possible. So this is another application I would recommend. And the next one would be some type of review app. So whether it is Looks, which is the one I like, or you can just use Shopify reviews, which is free. You can use Yotpo, that's another good one. I would recommend Looks or Yotpo, or the basic Shopify review app, which isn't showing up on here, but I'll go ahead and try and find it. but you definitely want some type of review apps. Yeah, here's the Shopify one, product reviews right here. So you're definitely going to want to use some type of review app, because reviews will help convince more people to buy your products when they see that other people have already purchased your products. So a review app's really important. And the last app that I will recommend is some type of email capture app, so you can capture emails for email marketing. So we could go ahead and do Privy right here, because this is a free one you can use. And what this does, it will just create a pop-up on your store. So when people come to your store, it'll create a pop-up and they can enter their email address to get something like a discount code, like the one that we just created a couple minutes ago. So you can use Privy, or there is another one that you can use as well. Spin a Sale is another type of pop-up. It's a little bit more of a fun pop-up, where it'll kind of create a big pop-up on the left side of the screen, and the customer gets to spin for a chance at a discount code. So those are the applications that I would go ahead and recommend installing into your store. But like I said, I'm not going to go through installing each one of them and setting them up in this video, because the video would end up being 5 hours long and you might have fell asleep or already died at that point. So now we're going to go ahead and start to wrap things up by clicking select a plan. Now, at this point, this is where we have to pick our plan. So in order to take the password off of our store, we do need to select a plan. So what I would recommend starting with is just basic. And the main reason that you would upgrade to these additional plans is for the reduced credit card fees right here. So you can see the credit card rates 2.9%, but then with this it goes down to 2.6%, and that might not seem like a lot, but if you're doing like $100,000 a month in revenue, then that becomes a lot, and then you would actually save money by spending more on the higher plan. So that's when I would recommend upgrading, is once you're doing enough revenue to where upgrading actually saves you money. But until you get to that point, you can just go ahead and stick with the basic $29 per month. And at this point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the store again so we can just take a look at what we've went ahead and created. So you can see we've went out there and created a fully functioning online store in under 1 hour. It looks pretty clean, pretty good. We have a nice logo that you can get for free from hatchful.shopify.com. We've set up our branding where all of our buttons and everything match. We have nice clean header images that we can get from Pixabay. We've set up a featured collection on the home page. Everything looks nice, our footer looks good, and our store is essentially ready to go and ready to generate some revenue. Now, obviously, you'd want to fill out these products a little bit more with actual descriptions and everything, but this video is mainly to show you the functionality of everything. So you can see it really is that easy to go ahead and create a fully functional, clean looking Shopify store. And we did that in all under 1 hour. So with that said, if you like this video and you found it helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more tips and tutorials with selling online and selling with Shopify, go ahead and subscribe to the channel down below. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you for watching.